One of the best things about being a pediatrician is working with healthy children and their families and getting to see them at their annual well child visits.
It's April, we're well into kindergarten enrollment. One tip or thing to think about with starting kindergarten is colds. As you head to kindergarten with your kid, it's going to be an increase in exposure to colds and upper respiratory infections for most kids. We recommend staying home from school if you have a fever, if you have vomiting, if you have sickness just big enough you're gonna sit and lay your head on the table and not be able to used to be at school anyway. Or if you have diarrhea bad enough, it's gonna be hard to make it to the toilet frequently. For minor runny nose or cough, you're probably fine to still go to school.
The first 3 years of life is the most intensive period for speech and language development. Do you want to know the best way to support healthy brain development during this time? Reading. Reading aloud with young children is one of the most effective ways to expose them to enriched language and to encourage early literacy skills that promote school readiness. This stimulates optimal patterns of brain development, strengthens the parent-child relationship, and helps build social and emotional skills that last a lifetime. It's never too early to start, and it's okay if it only lasts for a few minutes at a time. Make reading part of your routine before bedtime, before nap time, in the car, or even on the bus. Read your favorites over and over. Children learn by hearing the same stories again and again. Make the story come alive with loud, soft, or silly voices, talk about the pictures, and make up stories to go with them. When children are read to by people they love, children learn to love books.
Before I began school, my mom was concerned I wasn't hearing very well. She pressed our doctor to get hearing screening done, which showed a minor hearing loss. I did get hearing aids, but I jumped in the pool with them on, and so we couldn't afford to replace them, so I went without them the rest of my life. I have appreciated the value of universal hearing screening done at birth and then when kids start elementary school. If you have any questions about hearing screening or screening for elementary school, please give us a call.
One of the milestone well child checks we often think of is a pre-K or kindergarten well child check around 4 or 5 years old. This is a great opportunity for you to sit down with your pediatrician and make sure your child is on track and ready to hit the ground running as they start school. We'll go over things like developmental milestones, speech concerns, vision and hearing screening, routine vaccinations that are required for school attendance, and any other chronic or acute concerns you may have.
One of the things that's personally impactful for me is the fact that I wear glasses. I remember being younger and I thought that street lights and lights looked like stars. I thought that's how they were supposed to look. And through a random screening, they found out that I needed glasses. And I remember the first time that I put glasses on and realized that lights aren't supposed to look like stars. You're supposed to be able to see the light bulb. And until I had that screening and had glasses, that's something that I didn't know. It was my normal. And so if it's your normal, it's not something that you question. And kids are very much like that. And so vision screening is one of those things that we do that I think is very important, because if a kid can't see, it's really hard for them to learn the way they're supposed to learn, and they're not able to enjoy the world like we can.
Along with those 4 and 5 year olds that are starting school, it's important to come see us before starting junior high school. This is a time for another set of immunizations and also a good time to check in and see how your child is progressing, both academically and socially. Many children this age are involved in extracurricular activities such as dance, sports, music, theater, cheerleading, scouts, and other things. This visit's a great time to have a physical exam and make sure your child is healthy enough to participate. Oftentimes, the programs require a physical exam as well. It's also a time to check in on your child's mental health. The feelings associated with going to junior high can be strong, and social interactions may be changing for your child. If your child's 11 years or older, come see us for a yearly physical exam at Tanner Clinic. We love seeing teenagers as well as the smaller children.
If you have any concerns about your child starting school, or if despite your best efforts you feel like there's behavior concerns that are beyond your ability to handle, certainly reaching out to your pediatrician is a great place to start. The schools will have great resources as well, including school counselors that can be a good resource and good advocates for you and your child. If you have any questions or concerns, we have pediatricians at almost all of our Tanner Clinic locations, so there's always someone close to home that you can reach out to, and we're happy to help you along the way as you transition with your child into this new stage of life.